Thing is, engineering a community for a business is a form of art. Because a community is a group of people in the same space with the same interest activating together. I think the biggest challenge is, what is the space? Is it my website? Is it going to be the Instagram page? What is the actual space? And you kind of like struggle with that.
Oh, literally, where are they going to be interacting?
Correct.
What's the platform?
What's the platform? Because look, if I tell you right now that your cousin is launching a brand, are you going to help him out? You're going to help him. It's your cousin, right?
Of course.
He doesn't have to do much, right? But if a company comes out right now, why would you be an advocate for the brand? Why would you be an evangelist for the brand? So let's just say we're doing jewelry brands. Right? You buy those jewelries, right? And you have plenty of jewelry brands, but only one jewelry brand actually has the face of the founder. Now you humanize the brand. So that's one step that they have. They all have the same type of jewelry, but one is not a faceless company. So mentally, emotionally, you might have a different connection to that brand.
Right.
Okay, so it was one thing. That's when I checked out around 2017, and I opened up my page to be public. And when I saw that it's actually working, they like it. It really creates such an excitement.
People like to hear the creator's story.
The founder,
you know,
right?
like Anne McFerrin, the content that she puts out now for Glamnetic, I think is fantastic.
Amazing.
It shows her story. It gets you invested in her, and then it gets you invested in the company. You want to support that. So I completely agree. I feel like that does change things.
That is the first
so that's
time.
one.
That's one. But then, how do you actually get that amplified a little bit more? Because that's way too easy. In order for you to actually succeed, it needs to be a little bit complex, so there's going to be a barrier to do it. Otherwise, everyone can do the same. So you need one or two more steps. Now it's going to move from being an actual ingredient into a recipe. And that's harder to come by. So then the recipe part is, okay, now a space. So I found at the time that Facebook forums were the space.
Facebook
the first
groups
space.
were the shit. I made so many friends in there. I'm in so many boxy groups right now, like Trade, Ipsy, Boxy.
You know all those groups, when they started, we had only 3 for BoxyCharm. There were plenty for the competition.
For everything else, yeah.
And then when I joined at first because that was somewhere in 2017. I remember I joined just so I can hear the sentiment over BoxyCharm and the products and everything else. Because in my mind, it's all about the product. And the product has to be great, the experience has to be great, let's hear what they say. And when they approved me, they said, well, how do I know you're really, who are you? Like, we're only doing women over here unless you're a man into makeup and you don't look like a guy that's, wait, shit, are you the owner? So then I had to tell them I'm the owner, but listen, if it's too invasive, that wasn't my point. My point was just to hear the sentiment. But so they were so happy that I joined, and they post my picture, said the owner of BoxyCharm joined the group. And I told myself, those are the super charmers.
Yes.
Those are my most passionate people. I got to give them something. It's like the VIP. They got to get a VIP service.
Yeah.
So
your day one supporters.
My day one supporters. So I said, I'm going to let you know what's going to be in the box before everybody else. That's what everybody wanted to know before the next month's box.
Yeah.
So that's how it all started. And then one day I posted on BoxyCharm's page that, hey, if you guys want to know what's next month in the box, it's not going to be here. Go to the Facebook forums. Oh. That was the first time. And then in one day, they got tens of thousands of people joining them. And then you join a community that all they do is talk about Boxy. You're going to be more advocate from where you were. You're going to be joining them. And now that was the space. And then there was the part of activating together. So how do you activate together? So I would say, well, go tomorrow at 3 p.m. Somewhere I'm going to go and post what's going to be done. So everyone started searching the internet, what's going to be the sneak peek at 3 p.m. And they all found each other in different forms, in different Instagram pages. And before you know it, now you don't know Mariah just from the Facebook forum. Now you know her also in the other forum. And now you already engaged with her a couple of times. You moved to another place together to look for a sneak peek. You found it. There's a hidden sneak peek behind my back. You start communicating. Now she's your friend over BoxyCharm. Now that was the activation.
Wow.
So that's when I started forming the community that was very pervasive.